tell me about this game, bro. I didn't get to watch it. Tell me about it.
Bobby, you missed a good game today, man. You know, the guys came out and gave it all they had, man. It was a continuation of the past two games. You know, I saw a lot of effort from a lot of kids on the field, man. I mean, some new guys I didn't see show up. I mean, but today was the offense came to play, and defense did too. I mean, defense been playing lights out these last two games, and today it was huge. I really do believe the Alabama game created a monster. I think these guys realize what it takes to compete with the big guys. And they did it today. They made South Carolina look like South Carolina. Like some freaking chickens.
Well, you said on that video we did before the game that Guarantano gave us the best chance to win. People were all over us about that. They said he was garbage. And I said, I hope that he plays well. And he had 2 touchdowns. Tell me about what you saw with Guarantano. I was driving in the rain trying to get up here. So I didn't get to watch the first play. I've only just read a few articles. Tell me what Guarantano looked like to you.
Well, I mean, Guarantano, you know, when the game started, you know, believe it or not, we didn't have a quarterback starting. Jawan Jennings started the game at quarterback. They came on the Wildcat formation.
Oh, man.
It's almost like they listen to the fans. Like, let's put him back there. And it happened. So, and JT ended up starting at quarterback. He came in for a few plays, and I don't know if it was sinking. And then next thing you know, Guarantano was in the game, and he did a great job, man. He played like I always thought he would play all season, you know. The coaches did what I've always said they need to do with him. They need to use his strengths, you know. And to me, JG's his strength is not sitting in the pocket. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you know, they always want to call him a dual threat, but that's not what he is. I don't think he is, because I know this guy has an arm. Mm-hmm. You know, if you get him out of the pocket, on the move, and he will make it happen. And you saw today he had some crisp throws down the field, and Jawan Jennings made both of those guys look good today, man. It was good, man. Guarantano had his best game all season today.
So you're telling me Jawan Jennings started the game, but I guess JT Shrout actually was the first quarterback. Does that mean Jawan Jennings gets the win, or does Shrout get the win? How does that score?
All right, that's a tough one, man, because that's almost like the pitcher coming in with the bullpen to save you, but I don't know. I don't know who gets the win. Well, but me personally, I think everybody's going to probably tell you that Jawan Jennings deserved to win, man. If you saw the way this kid played today, Bobby, you know, all I can say is what Fred White always said.
He's a dog.
He's a dog, man. He was a dog, and when I say he was out there barking, you know, he did everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I didn't even get a chance to even look at the stats. I mean, I know he was in the Wildcat formation about 3-4 times, and he did a good job.
Let's look at this. I'm pulling this up. Jarrett Guarantano was 11 of 19. That's decent. For 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. JT Shrout was 7 of 11. That's a good percentage for 122 yards and 1 touchdown. What'd you think about Shrout?
I mean, Shrout, he came through it, man. I'll tell you this here. I said something like, and I take it back, because, I mean, I'm so used to him just shooting the guns when he shouldn't. You know, he's always down the field, even if it's double coverage. Mm-hmm. But today, Bob, if you'd have saw him back there sitting in that pocket after he did the play action, he looked just like Tua does, man, when he's just sitting back there like he got all day to throw the ball. Wide open guys, man. Giving the guys time to get open, and Callaway, oh man, it was amazing to see those two quarterbacks shine the way they did today. And from what I've heard, I think Guarantano may be out for a couple of games, because
what happened?
I think he broke his wrist, and I think he's going to end up having surgery tomorrow.
Oh wow! Well, I'm looking at the stats here. Jawan Jennings had a monster day. 7 receptions, Billy, for 174 yards. That's a 25-yard average. 2 touchdowns. And Callaway had 100 yards. 102 on 3 catches and a touchdown. Let's go over the defense. Batuli had 11 tackles. That's really still too many tackles for a linebacker, Billy. But that's what we got. We don't have the boys up front.
We got it, man. Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, we had some guys up front today, Bobby. You know, the stats don't show what these kids did today, man. I keep forgetting the kid's name, number 95. Bobby, when I say, I think what it was, it Bennett? Is that
that's Cornelius? Yeah.
Bobby, when I say this man was getting off that ball, Bobby, when I say we got something special to see in the next couple of years, I haven't seen pass rush like that. And I'm gonna give you a man name when I say that first step looked just like it, Leonard Litter. I mean, that first step, oh, Bobby, I'm telling you, Bobby, I mean, he had those hands in those offensive linemen's face, man, where they couldn't do nothing. By the time they got a chance to sit down and try to block him, Bobby, he had the offensive tackle in the quarterback's lap. So whatever, Cornelius, if you're hearing this here, Mr. Bennett, whatever you're teaching him or whatever the guys over there teaching the kid, keep doing it because that's a dog.
Looks like Darrell Taylor had 2 sacks. Nigel Warrior had looked like he had a productive stat line here. How did he play?
Bobby, today, man, those kids, they was lights out, man.
Well, they held them for they shut them out in the second half. Mm-hmm. So, you know, I'm really proud of our defense.
But, Bobby, it should have been the same thing the first half. The referees gave them a lot of those situations. You know, some of those, you know, I still don't like the targeting rule. You know, they kicked another kid out the game, and Coach Pruitt, he was pissed, and he had a reason to be. That's why we got the personal foul. I mean, the unsportsmanlike call against the coach. That's rarely happens.
Oh yeah.
Yes. They call it a targeting quarterback, you know, I mean, when that is your target, go hit.
Yeah.
He launched and went to tackle the quarterback, and his face mask hit the other guys, the quarterback's face mask, or whatever helmet or whatever. I don't care, helmet to helmet. If you're not spearing these guys on purpose or anything like that, it's not targeting.
So what did Pruitt do? Was he upset with the referee?
Bobby, when I say.
If the referee would have had a face mask, he would have grabbed his face mask.
Oh, man. If he had one, it would have been ripped off. I'm telling you, man, that's how hot Pruitt was, man. He was backing his kids up, man. He knew that was a bunch of B, and it was.
We talked about this in the car when you came and picked me up about this face mask. Why is it that a tackler, if he even touches a face mask, that's a face mask. But a running back can get all up in your face and grab your face mask, and that's not called. Why is that? Because they're both supposed to be for safety reasons, isn't it? They say that the face mask assists the tackler. So doesn't the face mask for a running back assist the running back? Tell me, talk to me.
Oh, Bobby, that's why I play defense. Because I hated offense because they always was catered to. And still to this day, all the rules are catered to the offense. You know, there's nothing out there that protects a defensive player. And we are defense. Mm-hmm. But then they'll put a less on it and make it a defenseless wide receiver, an offensive player. But we're defensive players. But we're not defenseless.
Now, one thing I heard, I was able to get some internet while I was driving. It was in and out, but I got to hear a few plays over the internet, over my stereo in the truck. And I tell you what, it sounded like that crowd came, and they meant business. Was that a fact?
I'm looking at it on TV. It had snips of when I played, when this crowd was jumping, rocking, and
make you feel good.
Oh man, I knew it was special. Man, I'm telling you, that kind of stuff is what electrified those players. You know, it is the 12th man on the field. Neyland Stadium is the reason why it's that big. For that bench, man. People used to hate to come to Neyland Stadium
somebody published an article. I don't know if you saw it or not about how, somebody said don't boo JG when he plays. I tell you what, I'm glad that didn't happen, because if that would have happened, I would have got on this camera and I would have said something. You don't go boo your own player unless he does something boneheaded that's unsportsmanlike.
Yes.
Then you can boo him.
Yes.
But I'm just proud of JG that he's taking a beating from everybody on campus, coaches, the fans, the media. And that just shows you the grit that we saw in him the last 2 years on the field, when he could take a beating and he just keeps playing. Well, he took an emotional, psychological beating, and he played some ball today, Billy. Played some ball.
Bobby, I'll tell you this here, man. Guarantano, man, he reminds me of a lot of kids I played with. During my time, it's that kind of like the Rudy syndrome, Notre Dame. Never give up. No matter what is against you, get back up and do it all over again. That reminds me of myself. And I've been in it quite a few times. I played over there, but I had people that was counting on me to be out there. So I didn't believe in quitting or giving up, or even when the doctors told me that you shouldn't be playing or you shouldn't do these things like this, I knew I had someone that was over there next to me that was depending on me to make sure we did what we were taught to do, the way we practice it, the way we was off season and stuff. And that's what he's been doing. He has gave his all for this university. Through all the stuff that he's been through all the bad stuff that talked about him, he has yet to say anything or do anything negative or do what most kids normally would do in this era. And that's what our fans was treating him, telling him, enter the transfer portal. He could have easily did that.
I'm just proud of him, and I think every Tennessee fan should be, because he's played bad this year. And he still got up there. He shows a lot of resilience.
Yes, he did.
And I'm just super proud of Jerry Guarantano. So if you're listening, I don't know if you're going to watch this Rinky Dink channel, but if you're listening, I'm proud of you, buddy.
Yeah.
Because, he hasn't played his best this year. He's had a lot of people riding him. He's had the Jeremy Pruitt confrontation last week. He's just had so much against him. And the years before that, he's taken a beating. So I think every Tennessee fan out there should be proud to have Jarrett Guarantano on our team, because he didn't give up. And all the people that were all upset, get him out of town, you should be proud too. And that's what makes this victory to me that much more special, is to see all these kids, the defenses, they played well. We've had some bad plays and some bad luck, and it just seemed like, it just goes to show you a lot of this is about taking advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you.
Yes.
Because everybody's going to have a bad bounce. I don't care who you are, you're going to have a bad bounce. It's how you take advantage of it. It's how you take advantage when your opponent has the bad bounce. You need to capitalize on it. How many times have we had an opponent, we get a interception or a turnover and we do nothing with it, or whatever it is? There's always seems to be a way for our opponent to just make something happen, and we haven't been able to do that today. It sounds like we've been able to do that, and I'm just proud of this team. I wish we had a victory cigar, but we left them at the apartment. We're at Billy's new house, but we'll have a chance for some victory cigars, ain't we, brother?
Most definitely, man. We got 4 more games to go, man, and I think we do have a chance for each one of those. And today, like I told everybody at Chop House, this game is a brand new season for these kids. It's an opportunity for them to get something they've never seen before, and that's getting to a bowl game. This is their season starting today. They're 1-0. The drive to get to 5-0.
Billy, I said before the season we was going 7-5. 2 weeks ago that looked ridiculous. 3 weeks ago that looked ridiculous. Buddy, we can still go 7-5, and I want to look like a flipping genius.
Hey,
We didn't get there the way I thought we would get there if we get there, but if we get there, we got there, and it don't matter, right?
It don't matter, Bob. Hey, as long as we get there, because I want to go there, man. And I want it to be 7-5 because, 6-6, being us, I don't know if one of these bowls would take us, man. But 7-5, I know they will.
I don't know how you feel about this, but I think you ought to have a winning season to go to a bowl game.
Gosh.
And 6-6 is not a winning season.
No, it's not. And that's I don't want to say it, but
I'm not going to turn the bowl down because we need the bowl.
We need that. We need the morals. We need everything we can get right now to keep our kids at pace, man, because they deserve it, man. Yeah. They deserve this, man. Today, you got a chance to watch this game, Bob, and you'll see why I say they deserved it. Man.
Oh, I'm going to watch it with you tomorrow.
They wanted it bad. They wanted it on both sides of the ball.
You know what? I can't wait. I can't wait till we go to the Tap House tomorrow and we film our shows tomorrow with Rico. Do you think he's happy camper?
Oh, I know he is. Like when I talked to him on the text message today, he was when he texted me, I said, hey, why don't you come out to the Tap House, man? He said, man, I'm wore out, man. We didn't get home till like 2 a.m. this morning. It's like, I'm not leaving the house today.
Oh my goodness.
When he said that, I was like, hey, I already know the feeling, man. Hey, get some rest, man. I'll see you tomorrow, man.
Yeah, well, that's going to be great. I tell you what, we got a lot of announcements to make. And Billy, when I was going through some of my stuff, I realized I've got some of those tiki totems that I gave away last year. Mm-hmm. I think I want to give a couple of those away. So I'm going to draw from all the new subscribers on YouTube from today till the end of the week, Friday, when we do our live show. I'm going to draw 2 new subscribers. So if you're watching this on Facebook, go over to Volunteer Roadshow on YouTube. Just type in Volunteer Roadshow and you'll find it. Subscribe and you have a chance to win a Tennessee Tiki Totem. I'm going to put it up here on the screen where you guys can see it. But anyway, Billy, I'm happy. I'm going to be able to sleep good tonight, and I feel good about the rest of the season. Let's talk about the rest of the season before we go. Last week or the week before, when was it that we did a video? It was you and Rico. He asked you how many more wins do you think we got? And I think you said 1, but as a fan, you needed 3 more. Mm-hmm. Well, that was before the Mississippi State game. So we got 2 as a fan, and I think we can get that one. I think we can. The only one I'm really worried about is Missouri.
I'm not. Kentucky smashed them today, man.
Oh, did they?
Oh, it wasn't even a game.
Oh man, you're getting excited now.
That right there showed that they're not invincible. That offense is not as tough as I think it was. Matter of fact, let me see what that score was because I don't think they scored that many points. It was pretty. It was.
You got to be kidding me.
29-7. Kentucky beat them 29-7.
Is Kelly Bryant out?
Let's see. Let's check the stats. Let's see. Let's see what we got here.
No, he played.
He played.
He had a touchdown. The
only touchdown.
Wow. That really changes things because they haven't been playing well the last couple of weeks.
They haven't. Not sure what happened.
Vanderbilt beat them last week.
Yep.
Now Kentucky has beat them. Look out, Billy. We're going 7-5.
Right.
We're going 7-5.
I'm with you, Bobby. We're going undefeated.
It's a new season.
New season. The second half is where it always goes.
Second half. Let's see. We'll be 1-5 in the second half because we're going to win the rest of these ball games. We're going to win. I promise you. Well, anyway, we're going to get on out of here. It's late tonight. I appreciate you guys watching us. Don't forget to like and subscribe to us on YouTube. Hit that like button over there on Facebook and on Twitter. Do whatever. What do you do on Twitter, Billy? Retweet? Is that what you do on retweet on Twitter? Do whatever you do on Twitter, and we're gonna get on out of here. So, Billy,
Tweet.
thanks for tuning in. Go Vols, Billy. I've already said it 3 or 4 times. We're going 7-5. I promise you that.
Yes, sir.